Hello, and welcome to Comedy Night here at the 43rd Asian American International Film Festival. My name is Winton, and I want to say thank you so much for everybody tuning in, and a preemptive thank you to all of our performers. This year's lineup is plentiful and really, really amazing. I want to thank our sponsor for this event, Lunar Brand. Their new Yuzu hard seltzer, which Veronica is very nicely presenting, is available now. Use code AIF10 to get 10% off your order at drinklunar.com. I want to also thank our other sponsors and partners. You can check them out in our pop-up market. We have some raffle winners from the first half of the festival that I will be announcing now. The winner of the Lunar Brand Yuzu hard seltzer 4-pack is Nope Boy. The $50 Joe's Coffee gift card is Elka Gold. The Tea and Milk DIY Boba Kit is Anderson Lai. The second Tea and Milk DIY Boba Kit goes to Aaron Yeats. We will be emailing the winners with their prizes. So thank you so much for participating in the festival. We have a couple more raffles that will be happening tomorrow during our Music Night Out program. Each A43 ticket is another entry into the raffle. So every time you watch a movie or attend one of our free events, you're entered in. So please do consider buying a ticket or entering in. There'll be more information and links in chat. And now I will hand it over to our lovely hosts for the night, Veronica Dang and Stephen Lin.
Thank you, Winton and Asian CineVision, and of course the 43rd Asian American International Film Festival for having us and let us take over with our comedy night. I'm
Absolutely.
Veronica Dang, and this is, who's my co-host?
What's up? My name is Steve. That's Veronica.
Yep, and we're with Mama Majority.
So we're on year 43.
3.
Awesome. Oh, congratulations, guys. Thanks for having us on board.
We're so excited.
Skits. Yeah, Model Majority. We have a few people in the lineup. We have wonderful skits going on, and we have some knockout rock star comedians. Veronica.
And comedy.
Oh, it's gonna be awesome. Veronica, where are you pitching me from?
East Village, Manhattan, New York.
Very cool. Right now, I'm in Antarctica, safest place to be because of the isolation.
Maybe you should stay up in Antarctica.
Well, check it out. It's quarantine now, so everything is an inside joke.
Okay, anyways, I promise the comedy will get better. Thank you, Stephen. For our next act, to start off the show, we got the amazing Kate Rigg. She's a HAPA comedian, writer, spoken word artist, and activist. Kate is also the lead singer and lyricist for the Asian comedy punk band Slanty Eyed Mama. She has been seen in numerous festivals around the world, network TV shows, including Comedy Central's Women of the Night, as well as performing voices on The Family Guy. To find out more about her work, go to www.katerigg.com. She sent us 2 songs, which you will see, and the second one is a world premiere just for you at this festival.
Yes, right. More premieres.
Yes. So let's watch these videos. Thank you.
Cross-cultural confusion say, wise guy round eye, no should be afraid to trade in his home fries for a nice bowl of steamed what? Rice, baby. Rice, rice, baby. Rice, rice, baby. Rice, rice, baby. Okay, you wanna steam my dumpling? Slanty mama gonna make your roll spring. Hi, Mr. Round Eye White Guy. How you like my straight hair and slanty eyes? Straight hair, even straight hair down there. If you look in my Hello Kitty underwear, call me, I'll set you straight. When you take me on a racially mixed date, rice. What the Honky Brothers call me, spice. Garlic ginger but no MSG. And if a player wanna kick some Asian game, I say, what you think all Asian hoochie look the same? Perhaps your chinks and emperor Hawaiian. Those chaps might be gooks made in Taiwan. Order by number, till you get it straight. Till you're ready for this dish on your hot plate. Rice, rice, baby. A single white female, hold still while I manicure your nail just right with a delicate French tip. I got your French tip, wanna see where I shoved it down like a sumo on the tarmac. Down, Mount Fuji's on your back. Hot Asian mamas in every direction, gonna give the boys a big connection. 1-900 ching chong. Live action with live Susie Wong. Oriental babes, Oriental tricks. I know how to chop your stick. Jump in my wok, I'll get the oil. Bring your noodle to an east-west boil. Order by number, sour or sweet. You don't have to be Asian to eat. Rice, rice, baby. Rice, rice, baby. Rice, rice, baby. Yeah, daddy, I'll take in your laundry. Be a mata hurry to your James Bond. Relax. 15-minute massage. Or maybe nice origami corsage for your dream date with an Asian prom queen. Trade your milk for a cup of rice dream. What you think, Chinks? I'll tell you what it's about. What? Who round I see when he goes out? Who do you see when you pay for your laundry? Who do you see when you pay for your sushi rolling? Asians into one concept. Things you buy and eat and most electronics. Opium, Olympic level ping pong. But there's more than ping pong in the life of a ching chong boy. There's a whole nother world in the heart of this Oriental girl. Rice, rice, baby. Rice, rice, baby. Rice, rice, baby. Rice, rice, baby. Oh yeah, take me home, girls. In a nice white box. Come on, I got your chopstick. I said word to your mamas and word to your daddy. That tasted pretty good.
All right, here's our little tribute now to Asian moms and fashion. You know, I really like to wear whatever clothes make me feel right. And I don't really care if my daughter says she don't like my pure mink coat in summer and my sun visor at night. I put a ring on every finger. In the winter I wear white. And when I feel lonely for my people, I reach for cultural pride. I slip on plastic wedges and I go outside in my sandals and socks. These ones massage my feet. My sandals and socks, reflexology down the street. Sandals and socks, show ya I'm a practical mom. I like to keep my toes warm. I like a shoe that slips on. Hey. I got some sunglasses by Gucci that I found in Chinatown. If you check my neck, then you'll see a silk scarf wound all around. I like some sequins on a t-shirt, cowboy boots in red, an umbrella hat for picnic. I wear jewelry in bed. I wear a fanny pack and a big ass hat and a diamond brooch for flair. And if my daughter says I look insane, girl, I don't care. In my sandals and socks, Christmas socks have candy canes. My sandals and socks, I got some woody ones in Spain. Sandals and socks, tell ya I'm a practical mom. I like the toes that are warm. I like the shoes that slip on. Don't be embarrassed, you're not the one to talk. You shamed your family when you dyed your hair blue. Sure, I like to shop at Goodwill and the 99-cent store. Yeah, I like a bargain, but I love you more. In my sandals and socks, these ones massage my feet. I love some sandals and socks, reflexology down the street. Sandals and socks, tell you I'm a practical mom. I like to keep my toes warm. I like the shoe that slips on. Hey, you know I like those little rubber spikes that dig into the soles of my feet. I will rock a flip-flop sock combo on a busy street. Just pull your socks up, baby. Pull them way up high. Let them see those athletic stripes. One pair for the street, one pair for inside. Asian moms, wear your sandals and socks with pride.
Well, hello, everybody.
Well, this sucks. You know, I can honestly say when I woke up this morning, I did not expect to be kicked in the face by a pair of pink Geogs. This holiday season has been a total nightmare. I've gone to 6 stores already looking for Captain Dynamite. I'm sorry, I believe I had this first. I don't think so.
I don't think you understand. I need this toy, and I'm
Well, neither am I. A mom's gotta do what a mom's gotta do. Like I said, I do the hurting.
Guys, that was awesome. Give it up. All right, check it out. Our next act, you can see her all over New York City. You've seen her at the Pit. You've seen her in LA. She was a part of the International Ladies Laughs Comedy Festival. Her Instagram is Divya_Undone. And she's also in a podcast called Firestarters Mike. Give it up for Divya Gunasekaran.
Hi, thank you, Stephen. I'm
What's up,
excited to
Divya?
be here. Listen, I've been trying to get in shape, but I recently learned that apparently you can burn up to 40 calories from just 15 minutes of laughter.
Good.
Isn't that a great fact?
Then perfect. We're all here to do that.
I know. Okay, but then listen. Then I found out that you can burn the same amount of calories from crying.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Yeah. So guess who's been working out 8 hours a day? What?
What? High intensity interval training right there. It never stops.
I know. I mean, anyone else want to lift some weight off my shoulders? I do think I've improved body confidence, though.
Oh, good.
Yeah, like I know it has imperfections, but listen, my body's just lived in.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. My scars tell a story.
Oh, well, I'd love to hear it.
I mean, most of them are acne scars, so it's not a great story. You know. I'm not telling the Iliad over here. All right. Yeah, it's more like the book Everyone Poops. That's my story.
All right. Well, you know what? Check it out. I'm going to turn the mic over to you. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Divya.
Here's the other thing. I think beauty standards also differ by culture. So, you know, they kind of don't matter anyway. For example, in Indian culture, people actually want lighter skin. Like fair skin is considered more beautiful, which honestly was kind of a culture shock for me because I grew up in Jersey. Yeah. And there everyone wants to look like burnt hot dogs. It's kind of a 4th of July aesthetic over there. So in high school, my mom actually bought me a bleaching cream to use to lighten my face. And I have to admit, so I used it, but I didn't really notice any difference after. So I read the box more carefully. Turns out it was a bleaching cream specifically for facial hair. So it didn't actually change my skin. It just lightened my mustache. Which, you know, in retrospect, maybe was the goal all along. But I don't know, at least now I can say firsthand that blondes really do have more fun. We do. I am Indian. I was raised Hindu. I now identify as Hindu atheist because I don't believe in God, but I do believe in not disappointing my parents. Yeah, my parents have always been the higher power in my life, and they made that very clear. They were like, you better believe. And I was like, yeah, you don't work in mysterious ways. I absolutely believe that. I sometimes feel like I'm letting them down though. Like I don't go to temple. I don't really pray a lot. I do comedy instead. But at the end of the day, religion is about faith. And I have faith that I've successfully blocked all of my family on social media. Praise be. I will say I'm also very appreciative of festivals like this. I think this is amazing. I think it's important to spotlight Asian American creatives. Because even just a few years ago, I remember people would tell me I looked like Mindy Kaling all the time because she was the only Indian woman in mainstream media. So I'm grateful that there's more Asian representation because now I get called a less handsome Hassan Minaj. All right, y'all, that's it for me. Thanks, everyone.
Were you gay in high school?
Slip to a cave far from the cities, carrying home on his heavenly bag to accommodate our one desire to delve into the cracks of one another. Your dress it dances to the open window, shuffling into the arms of mine. Giving into our combining senses, your lovely floating throughout my spine. Now we're surface surfing, my love is burning above where we become one, descending to the center, discover treasure. Every inch of your skin, joy and passion can swim and surface surf, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, it's surface surf, yeah. It's surface surf.
Great job, Divya. And you're way prettier than Hassan Minaj. Anyways, it's so hot in my apartment. They finally turned on the heat and it's very uncomfortable. But you know who else is hot? My fellow Viet brother, Anhtriet Tran, or for you people who don't know Vietnamese, Anhtriet Tran, which still bothers me. But anyways, he is a stand-up comedian and writer based in Manhattan. He performs all over the city and has been featured on the Today Show. Take it away.
Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is great. I've always dreamed of doing a soliloquy on Twitch. So before we get started, guys, I'm following your comments on Twitch and Facebook Live. I need everybody to do this. Okay, I need you guys all to type out LMAO, Control C, and then Control V. Just do that every single 20 seconds, and I think we're good. All right? All right, let's get started. This has been a really long pandemic, right? I know it's been a long pandemic because my non-comedy friends, they're now starting podcasts. Like, what? I don't even listen to my funny friends' podcasts. Like, what makes me think I'm gonna listen to what you have to say, dude? Why are we even friends? It's cool. It's pandemic. Hope everybody's out there doing well, doing fine. I have been thinking a lot about Jesus lately. Yeah. Not because I'm looking to find religion or anything, but because Jesus, he could not last at all in quarantine, right? That dude couldn't even stay in his tomb for 3 days. You expect him to be inside for months? That's funny. All right, let's check the Twitch comments, see how I did. Oh, dude, 4 or 5 LMAOs. This is great. Shout out Swift Commit, Art Front. I watch a lot of Twitch streams. I know how to do this. Anyways, a lot of people talk about all the miracles that Jesus does, right? But I feel like one miracle, people talk about he turns water to wine. He did this. He made blind people see. One miracle I don't think people talk about enough, and it gets often overlooked when we're talking about Jesus, is he had 12 best straight white dude friends, right? And they all had different first names. That's crazy. I don't know how you get that many dudes and not have like multiple Ryans and Andrews in the mix. That's great. This guy, he is the Messiah. Cool. Moving on. Let's talk more about movies, specifically Asian movies. Clap it up, guys. I mean, type it up in Twitch if you guys. Parasite. Yeah, we all know Parasite and stuff. It's Parasite. That night, the night that Parasite won the Oscars, that was like the last time people weren't racist to Asians, right? On the internet or like in real life. That was the last time. That was a great movie. It's doing really well. I feel like, that movie resonates with so many people because there's not really, you haven't seen anything like it, because the beginning of the movie is kind of like a comedy. And then in the middle part, it's a drama. And at the end, it becomes like this really, really scary horror movie. Yeah. Which is actually the exact same trajectory as every single relationship I've been in with a Korean girl too. So it makes sense that movie plays out like that. So yeah, Veronica was talking, I'm Vietnamese, so I feel like Vietnamese and Korean people, we have a lot in common, and we love soups, right? We both, went through a war recently, this last century, and we're both not good at coming up with last names. Like something with Vietnamese and Koreans, like we don't have a lot of last names. There's like 5 between both our ethnicities. I don't know. What was that? That's why we need more creatives in the art, and the Asians in the creatives, right? We need to come up with more last names, if anything. All right, guys, moving on. Let's see. Hope you guys been dating and stuff and keeping well out there. Yo, guys, let me know in Twitch chats. Let me know when was the last time you guys, like, let me know in the chat if you guys been on a first date recently. I want to see out here first date recently in the past 25 years. Let me know if anybody says that. No, but a lot of my friends are starting to get married and stuff. And I feel really, really old when I ever see that engagement post or when I see those photos on Instagram. So I obviously feel old, but I'm starting to feel extra old because now my ugly friends are starting to get married. And dude, that's just how it is going. Okay, we got a little bit of time left. Chat, Asian American Film Festival. I want to talk about some serious things. So yeah, a lot going on in the world right now. It's crazy. And, there's a lot of things going on and we're all trying to do our best to make it better. And a couple weeks ago here in New York, I went to the Asians for Black Lives March and it was beautiful, right? I learned how to say NYPD suck my dick in Cantonese. It's great. It was pretty much the protest. The Asians for Black Lives March was pretty much the same as any other protest, except that we looted Muji and Uniqlo. So that's what we were going after. And so now I have every single color chino and the mannequins that they came on. So I'm also trying to be more supportive, trying to support more Black-owned businesses, right? But sometimes it's tough because you don't get the exact substitute of what you're looking for. So, if anybody out there watching this live stream right now, if you guys know of any Black-owned dim sum restaurants, please let me know. I mean, really, just shoot me a DM, anything. But anyways, thank you guys so much. Enjoy the rest of the show. Enjoy the rest of the festival. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Bye.
Domo, 隣のおばちゃんです。
隣に今すっごく変な人が住んでて、それさえいなければすぐかけるんですけど。
大丈夫。いろいろうまくいくよ。
応援行く。約束したの。
あの人たちとは絶対に口聞いちゃダメ。
偉い小説家だかなんだか知らないけど、母親としては失格。はい、残念。 常識そうです非常識あんたはどこまで非常識
これこそ今の売り方っていうか生き残るには何でもやらないと。
ミセスのアイシすっごい好きです。大ファンです。
私のせいだと思ってる。
自分しか見えてないでしょずっと。
いい加減にやめてもらえませんか。非常識なのはあんたなの。
これないでください。やめなさい。
水沢先生。
本当おかしな世の中よ。
Slip to a cave far from the cities, carrying home on his heavenly bag to accommodate our one desire to delve into the cracks of one another. Your dress that dances to the open window, shuffling into the arms of mine, giving into our combining senses, your lovely floating throughout my spine. Now we're surface surfing, my love is burning above where we become one, descending to the center, discover treasure, every inch of your skin, joy in passion, kiss women, surface surf, yeah, yeah.
Very, very funny stuff, guys. I want you to keep it going for Anhtriet. Hilarious stuff, man. Learning things about BLM. It doesn't mean beef lo mein, and you're learning other things out of the languages. That's great. Now check it out. I want you to put your hands up for my homegirl. She's awesome. She's featured on CNBC, Vulture, Her World, and she was named one of Singapore's top comedians by Burrow. Give it up, Jocelyn Chia.
Oh, wow. Thank you. Thank you so much, Stephen. Typical Asian. I gave you 2 things to say and you said 10 things about me. So thank you. Oh, yeah, that's right. By the way, I
miss you, girl.
Miss you too, babe. So for those watching, I'm wearing a mask because I have a burn, so I didn't want to scare you guys. So I'm going to be doing this as a mask, but it's also good for socially distancing myself from emotionally unavailable men. So that's great. I am Catholic, and for those of you who are Catholic, you may know what I mean when I say we suffer from Catholic guilt. But I don't just suffer from Catholic guilt, I suffer from Asian Catholic guilt. So I feel guilty every time I have premarital sex, unless he's a doctor. Because the Asian in me knows having sex with a doctor is not a sin. It's a free checkup. I did recently have to go to a new gynecologist, and he asked me my profession. So I told him, well, I'm a stand-up comedian. And he looks at me and he says, a stand-up comedian? Well, you don't look like a woman who's funny. So I looked at him and I said, a gynecologist? But you don't look like a man who's seen a vagina. And then he gave me a free checkup. So now he's seen a vagina. And now he thinks I look funny. You know, when I was younger, my mom would spank me to punish me, but every time she spanked me, she'd say this hurts me more than it hurts you. Anyone else here have parents who lie? But I believed her. I thought, oh, this really hurts her more than it hurts me. So when I had my first boyfriend, one day he pissed me off and I punished him by making him spank me. But he liked it. So I was like, oh, mom was wrong. And I turned around and I spanked him. And he liked that too. So I was like, I have to bring out the big guns. And I got my mom to spank him. And he liked that too. I now have a stepdad. I know, speaking of dads, I know women tend to go for men who remind us of our dads. I know I do, because my guy, he is like my dad. He's skinny with a lazy eye. And just like my dad, he always tells me how beautiful my sister is. He is a Black guy, and I'm originally from Singapore. Not a lot of Black people there. So my Asian girlfriends are very curious about me dating a Black guy. So they always ask me, oh, you're dating a Black guy? What's that like? And I say, well, I'm Asian. He's Black, so he can't fit in with my family. But actually, my dad's very cool with me dating a Black guy. It's my mom who gets really envious. But we did break up because he had a lazy eye, but it could still wander. I should have really known that we weren't going to work out, though, because we only had one thing in common. We both really loved him. When I first came to America, I learned that I came to America for college, and I learned that Americans cannot tell Asians apart. And I learned this because back in college, when I went to the bars with my Asian posse, we could all get in with just one ID. And we used my dad's ID. And the first time I hooked up with an American guy was very weird, because halfway through, he kept asking me, who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? And I said, he's Anthony Chia. Why do you need to know my dad's name? Couldn't he have asked me that at brunch? So I said to him, well, who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? And afterwards, my American girlfriend had to tell me, yo, Jocelyn, the answer is supposed to be, it's him. And I thought, wow, you guys are messed up. But the next time he and I hooked up, I was prepared. And before he could ask me, I said to him, you're the father, you're the father. Thank you, everybody. I am Jocelyn Chia. I'm on Instagram at Jocelyn Comedy, JOCELYN Comedy. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
When I was in middle school, I did everything I could to fit in.
Brad, it's Donger. Donger. I hate being me. I hate this damn jacket. I hate my goddamn name. Oh. Why can't I be a normal person?
So I found solace in stand-up comedy.
Family members? I'm Eddie Myers.
I wish I was Eddie Myers.
You heard me, motherfucker. Becoming Eddie. You ever got to take the Burger King?
Hello, America!
Run home, Jackie! Run home! Slip to a cave far from the cities, carrying home on his heavenly bag to accommodate our one desire to delve into the cracks of one another.
Hello, everybody. We're almost there. Hope everybody's doing great. I'm so excited to introduce our next performer. Helen Hong is an actress, stand-up comedian, and regular panelist on NPR's Wait, Don't Tell Me. She was featured on HBO's Silicon Valley. CBS is the unicorn of CBS. And in the trailer, you might have seen her, Asian American International Film Festival film, Becoming Eddie. So check it out later after the show, which you saw the trailer for. The film looks great, so definitely watch it. Please welcome Helen Hong. Yay!
Hi, everybody. I hope you can see me. Can you all see me? Uh-oh. Is the Twitch frozen? Oh, shit. Okay, good. Hi, welcome to my state-of-the-art closet. Yeah, this is what I did. This is one of my COVID hobbies, is that I needed like a quiet place because I've been doing like Zoom meetings and Zoom shows and stuff. So I took my bedroom closet and I command stripped every one of these little sound booth things on. And then this is an old blackout curtain. Guys, state of the art. Don't be jealous. You too can do this at home. Seriously, like I got these off of a random guy on Craigslist. Okay, I hope you guys are doing well during the quarantine. I am not wearing a bra. You're welcome. I haven't worn a bra since March, and it's pretty great. It's pretty great because I had heard that she's broadcasting from the apartment in Parasite. Yes. Yes, this is the apartment in Parasite. I had read even before the pandemic started that not wearing a bra actually strengthens your boob muscles because your boobs have to work harder to support themselves. And let me tell you, after 7 months of not wearing a bra, my boobs are jacked. My boobs are yoked right now. Like this is like The Rock, this boob, and this boob is like Terry Crews. They're like, yes, another day of holding ourselves up. No support here. I'm also not wearing pants. You guys don't know. And who cares? Like I'm never wearing pants again. Never. Like I have an entire pants collection. I'm just going to cut them up and turn them into masks. Because who the hell is wearing pants now? I am never wearing anything other than pajama bottoms or a half open bathrobe ever again for the rest of my life. Like this is like, right? Who cares? Fuck pants. I'm sorry if I wasn't supposed to curse. F pants is what I meant to say. Yeah, pants mask collection. Yeah, seriously, I'm gonna have I'll have like a weird crotch section that's just former crotch pants, but they're on my face. Speaking of masks, can we give it up for the bottom half of the face being the real MVP of hotness? Right? Have you noticed this? Like, I know you guys have noticed this where you see someone on the street and they're wearing a mask and you just see their eyes and they look really hot and you're like, oh, that person's really hot. And then they take their mask down to take a sip of water and you're like, oh, yikes. Woof, woof. What happened there? There's all this talk about the eyes. Like, everybody's talking about the eyes being beautiful. The eyes are the windows to the soul. Her eyes were so gorgeous. Oh my God, those eyes. His eyes are so pretty. No, there's no amount of hot eyes that can make up for a busted nose and mouth. Let's face it, the nose and mouth is the real MVP. This right here is the real MVP. We thought it was the eyes. Like if your face was the Lakers, this is LeBron James right here. We thought this was LeBron James. No, this is LeBron James. This is the rest of the players. Right? Yeah, the bottom of the face. I'm learning so much about myself during the pandemic. I'm learning, guys, that nothing, and I mean nothing on earth will ever get me to read a book. Nothing. It's not like I don't have the time. It's not happening. I will get to the end of Netflix and start back over at the beginning of Netflix rather than crack open a book. I'm just not doing it. I'm not a reader. I didn't read then and I'm not reading now. I will buy an HBO Max subscription or steal one from my friend, actually, is what I would do, rather than read a book. I'm not reading. Also, I will never clean my car. I have the time. The car is just sitting right there. I'm not going anywhere with it. I could clean the car. Never doing it. I'm going to die in the apocalypse with a dirty ass car. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. I'm also same Z hate words. Yeah, you feel me. Master Brains. Master Brains, is that who it was? Lobster Brains. That's not the same as Master Brains. I'm also learning so much about, because I'm single and I'm trying to date kind of during the pandemic. I'm learning so much about like what kind of partner that I want during the pandemics. Remember when we all thought that doomsday preppers were a little weird? Not no more. They knew what we didn't. Like doomsday preppers now to me are hot. Like I thought that a little before I thought they were a little cuckoo. Like you got what? No, doomsday preppers is where it's at. Like if you don't have a basement bunker full of like 2,000 cans of beans, swipe left. It's not happening. No, you better have like a whole setup of like a water tank filtration system and beans and like sacks of rice for me to even look at you. Because remember the scary times of the pandemic when none of us could get toilet paper? Ooh. You know, that whole toilet paper thing, Beans Bay. Yes, Shuri Sai. Yes, Beans Bay. That's what I need. Like Salt Bay, but with beans. Like, come here, baby. I got your beans right here. Yeah, I'm on that. Remember when nobody could find toilet paper for a minute and everybody got really freaked out? And at first I thought, this is so frivolous. This is some frivolous white people stuff, right? Like, my mom was like, white people are so weird. They have a weird addiction to paper products. Like, if your butt's dirty and you're in your toilet, like, just go wash it in the bathtub. And I was like, that's what I thought too. Until I almost ran out of toilet paper and I was like, whoa, this is, I will hook up with somebody just for toilet paper at this point. Because it doesn't matter if you have the other essentials. It doesn't matter if you have water and beans and food and essential things. If your butt is crusty, you can't enjoy that. You can't. And nobody wants to wash their butt in a bathtub. Come on. We're not in France. Come on.
Oh, okay, that was nice.
Oh yeah, baby. I'm coming.
Oh my god, I faked it.
Oh. You know what? Take this. It's a class. It's gonna yes you are.
I love the word cunt. I'm a sex worker. I could punch a Nazi every time a white person asked me, where are you originally from?
Draw your genitals. Wait, what?
Anyone ever notice how there's all these women of color with white men, but not the other way around? That's racist.
Isn't it like prostitution?
In the civil rights movement of the 1960s.
Shaft for balls.
I definitely tapped that.
Dude.
Are med school recs really worth all this torture?
To me.
I'm not supposed to yuck people's yuck.
God, man, it's brainwashed you. You gonna stand on that platform waiting for the train? Or are you gonna get on that O train, take it all the way to Jizztown?
Joy.
Ooh, thank you. Gotta love bottomless brunch.
Slip to a cave far from the cities, carrying home on his heavenly bag to accommodate our one desire to delve into the cracks of one another. Your dress that dances to the open window, shuffling into the arms of mine, giving into our combining senses, your love is floating throughout my spine. Now we're surfing, my love is burning above, where we become one, descending to the center, discover treasure, every inch of your skin, joy and passion can swim and surf, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, it's surf, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, it's surf, surf. We've got a panoramic view of harmony, fitting in between our feet. And as we try to sing the night to sleep, the moon it casts a spell on us.
Guys, welcome back. I want you to get on your internet's machines and get on the internets and look up Angel Yao, Y-A-U, AZN Pop, and AZN Pop. And I want you to check out the stop motion artist that deals with mental health. You've seen her on the BBC, the New York Times, Joe's Pub, NBC, and PBS. Guys, I want you to give it up for Angel Yao.
Hi.
What's up, girl?
Hi. I'm Angel Yao. And I have a presentation for everyone because I know everyone's dying to know what I've been doing all this time. So here we go. What Angel has been doing. I hope everyone's ready. Well, fully stocked fridge all the time, but I'm still like I want pizza, and usually it's still like I just add egg on it. I don't know. I just like a ramen, just add an egg and that's okay. Let's not talk about it. I am lucky that I still have work. So I love doing spreadsheets. But I feel like now I'm figuring out that spreadsheets are kind of like poop. Like you're the one who loves making it and smelling it, but no one else does. Okay. I'm always the first one to assume party. I'm gonna admit it. I know it's always just me waiting forever. This is me when I look old. Been playing with a lot of that. This is me if I'm in a boy band, and this is just a picture of my dad. Yeah, just that in there. Okay, guys. I've been playing episodes. I don't know if you have been playing episodes, is pretty great. It's kind of like softcore porn, I want to say. You make the story. You could be falling in love with a guy or a girl or whatever you want, and you could rename yourself to Angel Beyonce like I do. Okay, I've also been throwing a lot of clothes, and I'm so bad at it. But I finally went through all my clothes, because I'm always attached. But like this raincoat, I don't need. It's kind of like stainy. The sweater is sure I had my first kiss in that sweater, but I don't need it. This coat is my mom gave me that coat when she was like tired, when she just bought me that coat, and these are just jeans. I hope they're doing well. I just this is my shirt. I can't so much. Okay, I'm just going to switch the presentation to what is wrong with me, because I feel like during this pandemic, I have been feeling like there's a lot of things that's wrong with me. All right, so, and I want to connect with everyone. So if I'm just going to list the things that's wrong with me, and if you feel the same way, just please put it on chat so I know I'm not the only one. I bite my nails a lot. Since I don't even remember probably when I was out of my mom's vagina, I started biting my nails. Anyone else? No? Okay, it's fine. No? Okay. I hoard a lot of clothes, as we know, and things. I'm just so attached to everything. Anyone else hoarding? No? Okay, no one's doing it. Okay, that's fine. Before I go to bed, I usually search "I love you" on all my G chats and my emails, and then just read them, and then I feel better going to bed. Anyone else? Okay, all right. I just mix a lot of food. This is congee and spaghetti sauce, and they're both leftover. Okay, let's not talk about it. Let's go back to episodes because I really love. So this storyline is that's my dad, the one with glasses. That's my dad. He's so young looking. He broke up with my mom, but because he's gay, which is like good for my dad, and that's his boyfriend, and he's so cute. And I'm just graduating from high school. But my dad's friend, who's like 20, is staying over, and I'm like, he's cute, but not. And then there's all these hijinks because that's not interest, it's a bra. And then there's one time that I like tripped over while he was taking a shower. Oh my god! All right. So I've been also finding a lot of things in my storage. I found out that my best friend was myself when I was in middle school. Who knew? I also found out that when I write stories in first person, I like to be white, blonde, blue eyes, and an Aries. That's crazy, right? I'm a Pisces. Like, why did I want to be an Aries? I don't know. I'm a Pisces. I'm pretty sure the last book I read was a Goosebumps book because I too don't like to read. These are me when I was little. As you can see on the right side, I'm by myself and I'm really happy and I'm like, la, la, la. And on the other side, I just hate people. It looks like I'm like dead inside. I remember going to a doctor visit when I was in high school in Chinatown. I'm from Queens, New York. Anyone from Queens, New York? And I remember they finally gave us some sort of like assessment test. And it was like, check off if you're nervous, anxiety, if you have sleep or stress. And I was so relieved because I felt like I had something, but I just wasn't sure. So I was kind of just like, okay, I'm, checking high for everything. And then I handed it to the doctor, and the doctor was just like, and he is a Chinese doctor, and he said, oh, you don't have any of this. Everyone can't sleep. Everyone needs to work hard, blah, blah, blah. And it's kind of what, my parents have been saying to me. So right away, he's a doctor. So I was like, you're right. Why did I make a big deal out of it? I'm okay. So that was like 20 years ago. And so I just wanted to let everyone know that tomorrow is World Mental Health Day. And here's some facts for you, because it is a PowerPoint, that 1 in every 5 adults in America do experience a mental illness. And since we're in this festival, Asian Americans are 3 times less likely to seek mental health. So I, as an Asian American, I was taught that mental health wasn't real. So 20, 40, I don't know how I am, 20, 40 years from that initial visit from the doctor, I finally went to a psychologist the last 2 years. There it is. My diagnosis, I'll just go past it so you don't, but I am going to be open to everyone because it is real. I do have anxiety. I don't know if you can tell, I do have anxiety. I have OCD, mild bipolar, and I can't read, but let's not talk about that. Okay, let's just go back to the episodes. I know you're all curious. So like we fall asleep together and he's like looking at my ass, and then I drown in a pool, and then he gives me CPR, and that was like kind of our first kiss, but I was unconscious. But then he had like a girlfriend, and I was like, no, I should be your girlfriend. And I kind of like kissed him, and then we went to a dolphin cave that cost me $20 of diamonds, but I spent a lot of money, like real money on this. And then he wanted to share a bed, and then my dad came in and he was so angry, and then I was in a fire in a cafe, and then we kissed. So anyway, thank you so much. Thank you for having me. And I just want to say mental health is real, and I hope everyone's taking care of themselves. Thank you.
What? When the hands cross, all will be revealed.
I swear to always honor my sifu, to be loyal to my brothers, and to defend the weak. This I promise as a disciple, to the very day I die.
Please teach me Kung Fu.
No.
Teach me Kung
No.
Fu. Please.
No.
Thank you, Angel, for your set. Yes, mental health is real. Get your therapy, and it's all your parents' fault. Anyways, I'm excited to introduce our next performer. Erik Escobar is a comedian who has performed all over the United States. You can catch him on NBC's Last Comic Standing, BuzzFeed, a new show on Fox, and he just released a TED Talk. Amazing. All right, let's see it. Erik Escobar.
What's up, friends? My name is Erik Escobar, and I'm so honored and proud to be part of this amazing fest celebrating our culture. I'm Filipino. My girlfriend's Filipino. I think she's beautiful. I think Filipino women are extremely attractive and intelligent and amazing and gorgeous, but they are hard to date. They are very hard to date. I gained 10 pounds after I met her family for the first time. I was like, girl, I will take a bullet for you, but I will not take another balut for you, okay? It is too much. I'm eating too much. Come on, baby. That's a lot. That's a lot. My mom's actually Filipino, and my dad's Mexican. It's fun being Mexipino. I like it a lot. My mom actually has this really thick Filipino accent. It's super cute. I remember my mom, when I was growing up, she'd be like, Erik, do you want to see the ocean? Do you want to see the water? Do you want to go see the beach? And I'd be like, what, Mom? She's like, do you want to see the beach? I'm like, Mom, I do not want to see Grandma right now, all right? That would be wonderful. That'd be absolutely excellent. But here's the thing. I think I got kind of screwed when it comes to names, because Filipinos and Latinos, we have weird names, super weird names. Great example, my uncle on my mom's side, my Filipino uncle, his name is Boy, all right? He is my Uncle Boy. Like, how lazy were my grandparents? Was it like, hey, here's a boy, what do you want to name him? Yes. Like, no, that is a horrible way to name a child. What if we were all named that way? I'd be like, what's up? I'm baby boy. This is my wife. Her name is baby girl. This is my daughter. Her name is Premature. First thing we saw at birth. We thought we'd name her that. And anyway, this is my son. His name is, why is he black? I don't know. He looks like our attractive neighbor. I think something is afoot. All right, it's his wiener. It's a foot long. It's very impressive. Didn't get that from me. No, not at all. But my dad, oh man, my dad gave me a horrible last name too. He's the one on the Latino side. Latino names. Oh, my last name is Escobar. You know how annoying that is? Everyone's always like, Escobar, are you in a cartel? Are you related to Pablo? And it doesn't really bother me, all right? Because they'll be dealt with. They will be dealt with, absolutely. Oh man, I love my folks. I try to check in on them once in a while. I called my mom the other day. She asked me a weird question. She was like, Erik, are you pro-gay people? And I was like, what? She's like, are you pro-gay people? I'm like, Mom, I'm not even amateur gay people, all right? Like, I didn't even know they had a league. How do I audition? Let me audition. Can I draft someone? Let's go. You in the corner in the Zoom. Come on, let's draft it up. We'll start a fantasy league. My dad, he says some messed up stuff every once in a while, really messed up. One time he called someone Oriental, and I'm like, Dad, that is not what we say anymore. It's 2020. Say Asian or Asian American. One time he called someone heavyset, and I'm like, Dad, don't say heavyset. Say plus size or fat. I'd rather be fat than heavyset. But one time, it was really upsetting. He actually called someone, I don't even want to say, he called someone a P-U-S-S-Y. And I was like, Dad, it's 2020. We don't call people, anymore. We call them millennials. Which is a hard joke to tell as a millennial. All right, friends, I am part of a weird generation. Like, here's the thing. Have you recently had a conversation with like 25-year-olds? It's like you're talking to 25-year-olds, all right? Like, no one has a job, everyone's really anxious, they only take Uber Pool. What's up with that? Super weird. But I figured out, I know millennials are so weird. We're weird because we're the first generation to grow up with Wi-Fi, smartphones, the internet. It messed us all up, all right? Like, I can't do anything without my iPhone. I was taking a poop this morning, realized I didn't have my phone by me, and I started crying, okay? I started crying, I freaked out, I finished my business, and then I got out of the pool. And that was the second worst birthday party I had ever been to. Absolutely horrible. Oh man, y'all may have seen me on some things. You may have seen me on Last Comic Standing or Comedy Central or Craigslist. Good list of credits, pretty fun. But here's the thing, when I used to audition, like, it was weird because you can only audition for things that match your look and your type. So I would only get Cholo auditions, A cholo is like a Mexican gangster, and you can tell how tough I am by the way I pronounce cholo, all right? Not a scary guy, not a tough guy. I don't even look like a tough cholo, all right? I look like a cholo who loves like hummus and early Taking Back Sunday. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna steal your wallet, but I might steal your heart. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? I'm gonna wrap on this. We're in this quarantine time. It's a crazy, crazy world. I miss my job. I used to be a professional wrestler. Can't do that anymore. I remember my last wrestling match, wrestled this guy. Out of nowhere, he decided to legitimately headbutt me in the privates, which was horrible. It was absolutely horrible because it was the first time I've seen anyone get a concussion. You know what I'm talking about, ladies? That's in my time. My name's Erik Escobar. Follow me on Instagram. Y'all are wonderful. Thanks for supporting.
I've never seen such a girl like her before. One who is so brave and so thoughtful. One day, she will leave me.
What have I done?
Why?
I'm a traitor.
Out of thousands of people passing her every day, why me?
So, do you like me?
Analysis paralysis. Give it up, guys. Guys, get the clapping mood going because I'm introducing this crew, this team, this posse. They've been on the New York Times. 5 comedy shows to catch this weekend. Time Out New York. Ever heard of them? Best comedy shows in New York City. I'm talking about Model Majority. Give it up, guys. Give it up.
What does your mother want now? We just talked this morning.
She says it's an emergency. The dishwasher is broken or something like
And
that.
Aparna, about 5 minutes. An emergency. It's just a dry neck anyways.
How do I get this thing to work?
Dad, we just did this. Click the video button.
Huh?
Ma, you're on mute. Yeah.
Don't tell her. Don't tell her.
I heard that, Deborah. Ray, sweetie, you don't look so good. Are you okay? Is it Deb's cooking? You know what? Let me come over and feed you.
Do we need to do this every call?
We've been over this this new thing they call the quarantine. I can't come over that.
But it's my lasagna.
Ma, you can't
Thanks,
do
Veronica.
wait.
You too.
The sausage lasagna.
Ray,
you know what? I'll bring it over.
Okay, no, Ma, you can't come over.
I got it.
No,
where did
thank
you all
you.
go?
Thank you.
You
Thank
gotta
you.
press gallery
No, it was
view.
awesome working with you guys.
What?
Yeah, that was a fun
Gallery view.
I agree.
Do I need
agree.
to come up to your room?
why don't you all just use the
I
same
agree.
computer since you all live in the
Should
same
I
house?
only, sorry,
Frank
quick
wants
question.
to watch
Should
TV
I
in the other room, and Roberta never
should
leaves the basement. Well,
mute my
except
video
for meals.
just at the end of the countdown or
Ma,
before that?
I'm trying to get some work done at
Veronica
home.
will introduce
Called
you,
me
and then
said
you
it was
can.
an emergency.
How are you her favorite child? You're always whining when she asks you for something.
Don't talk to your brother like that. And the toilet is clogged. Your father broke his back again trying to fix it.
What? Dad, are you going to be okay?
What? My back is fine. Just let me watch the game.
I thought it was the dishwasher.
Wait, why do we need to fix the drying rack?
Dad looks fine. You look fine, Dad. Ma. Hello, Ma. Ma, you're frozen again. She's frozen.
This is a waste of time. She just wants attention.
Ha ha! I wasn't really frozen. I was testing you. I knew you'd talk behind my back.
Don't listen to her. She's just trying to change the subject.
Shut up, Frank.
Hey.
Ma.
Calm down.
Are you all trying to send me to an early grave? How could you do this to me, your own mother?
What did I do?
Not the golden child now, are you?
And you, when are you gonna give me grandchildren?
When you stop guilting me into living in your basement, which you charge me rent for.
Just put a sock in the door if you have a gentleman collar.
No,
Mama.
Gross.
Leave them alone and let me watch the game in peace.
That game's from 1992. You already know what happens.
Clearly, nothing's wrong. I'm gonna go make dinner.
What about my lasagna?
We'll be fine, Marie. Good night.
Ma, could you leave the lasagna on the porch?
I can't believe Peter cheated on me with my twin sister Tanya.
I can't believe my twin sister Melissa is dead.
Peter!
Tina, I didn't cheat on you. That was my twin brother Paul. He was with Tanya.
Tina, I love you.
How could you, Paul?
Melissa, I thought you were dead. I survived the surgery. No thanks to Peter, who tried to kill me.
No, that was also my twin brother Paul.
Sorry, Melissa. That bomb was intended for Mary.
What did I ever do to you?
I asked you where Tanya was and you pointed at Tina, trying to trick me.
So you try and kill me? I mean, it was a mistake. They're twins.
Mary, how could you? Mary,
how could you,
Mary? I mean, look at Tanya and Tina. You're telling me you can tell them apart?
Night and day. Apples and oranges. Well, that's Tina, that's Tanya. It's like night and day.
Tina, Tanya, who are you? I'm your sister, Trish. We're triplets separated at birth. And Mary was pointing at me that day you were looking for Tanya. Ever since that day, I've fallen in love with you, Paul.
Well, Paul, looks like you need to choose. You slept with Tanya, confessed your love to Tina, and now Trish loves you too. He also tried to kill me. Hush, Mary.
Well, I'll definitely choose the most beautiful.
There is literally no difference between them.
I choose Peter.
What? Dude, you're my brother, man. Get out of here.
Slip to a cave far from the cities, carrying home on his heavenly bag to accommodate our one desire to delve into the cracks.
Hey everybody, hope you enjoyed the slaps. If you want to see more of us, please come to the Model Majority Get Out the Vote show with Margaret Cho, October 23rd. Follow us on Facebook, Model Majority, and Instagram at Model Majority to get more information. Now I'm excited. We've come to almost the end of the show, and I'm so excited to introduce our next guest, who's a hero of mine. So hopefully we can get through this. Okay, we've got Aparna Nancherla. If you've been living on a rock, don't know who she is, she's been headlining comedy shows all over the world and has been featured in numerous news outlets. You've probably seen her on TV. I mean, she's got a ridiculously long list of IMDb credits, but currently she's a series regular in Comedy Central's Corporate, and check out her in Netflix's The Stand-Ups. Please give a huge welcome to Aparna Nancherla. Woo!
Thank you. Hello. Hi. How's it going? Oh my gosh, it's so good to be here. Thank you guys for having me. Everyone was so funny. I hope everyone's been enjoying the show. Also, welcome to my bunker, I guess. Everyone's been introducing themselves in these hot Zoom backgrounds, and I feel like I am no different. I chose to show off my sensual brown blinds, so feel free to be aroused as much as or as little as you want. But anyway, I before I did comedy full time, I used to work a lot of office jobs, and because of that, I feel like I like to pay homage to my soulless corporate heritage occasionally by doing PowerPoints. They are a medium that speaks to me. I know Angel also did a PowerPoint, but I too shall be following in her footsteps. And don't worry, because I feel like hers, had a lot of pictures. Mine, pretty low on pictures, a lot of words, never learned how to make a good PowerPoint. And also she had some useful information that you can take away, and mine has none of that. So without further ado, let me just share my screen. Honestly, it's nice to share anything these days. And this is just a little something called How Has Been My Quar So Far. Like many of you, I assume, I have been in quarantine for the past, I think it's day 213 for me now, but it feels like year 7, gotta be honest. But I just, not to get all positive, but I just cannot measure how much learning and growth has happened over the past 700 months. For example, I now know how to wash the same dish 40 times in one day. Now, just to make it easier for me, just as I'm eating, I'm just washing the dish at the same time. It's a little soapy, but the system works. I also noticed my butt has grown, not longer, not wider rather, but taller. I have that coveted quarantine long butt everyone's thirsting after on Instagram. And lastly, I'm just so much more comfortable on video chat, just been zooming, twitching, zorging left and right, and could not be more comfortable with people looking at my large pixelated face. That's why I'm doing a slideshow. And I also learned how to do this. That was a big week for me. So without further ado, let us proceed. Oh, just a quick debriefing right off the top. Enjoy the visual gag. If you want to, you're in your own home, do what you like. But I wasn't sure if nudity was okay, which is why I went with the statue for the reveal. I figured art butts or a safe bet. But I just wanted to let you guys know my quarantine sitch. I realized we're all in very different ones, and mine's pretty plush. I've been quarantining in an apartment in Brooklyn. I don't have any kids. I'm a self-employed creative, as grotesque as that is to say. I also have a quarantine partner. I've been with my boyfriend of 4 years. That is not a brag, but here is a brag. I finally learned his name. It's either Michael with an F or Nerf. I'm pretty sure it's one of the two, but it's too embarrassing to ask at this point. But yeah, pretty good situation, I feel like, overall. And I just wanted to take a moment and check my privilege right off the top because, it feels like the right thing to do. But more importantly, it feels like the cool thing to do. You got to stay woke and aware these days. And I've just been so inspired by all these brands speaking up and speaking out. Who to turn to moral guidance, if not the brands? For example, at the height of the protests in June, I caught this tweet from pillar of the community, Gushers. I don't know if anyone else saw this. They just wrote, Gushers wouldn't be Gushers without the Black community and your voices. Just a good reminder that Gushers is at the forefront of the fight for racial equity, but also just a great reminder, Gushers still in the snack game. Had no idea they were still around, still gushing. And I love this next line. We're working with Fruit by the Foot on creating space to amplify that, just teasing some sort of hot collab with Fruit by the Foot, which also didn't know they were still around. But I guess it's 1992, which is entirely possible because like everyone and everything this year, time has been #canceled. That's right. Time is no longer a thing. It's been, problematic for way too long. It had to go. We could be talking yesterweek, last month, year, or never day. I don't know what it is right now, but it doesn't even matter. Just to make it easier for myself, I took all the numbers off the clocks in my home. It just felt wrong to keep them up there. So this is an example of what my clocks look like right now. And I just wanted to take you through a typical day in quarantine for me real quick. Just to see how our days stack up to each other. I start the day by usually just opening 1 to 2 eyes. I usually go for 2 only if I'm feeling really empowered in my narrative, which is rare. So I'll usually just go with 1, sort of warily look around, see if reality is still a thing that insists on happening. And if it is, then I'll just go ahead and gently put on a full face of makeup. And this is regardless if I'm going to see anyone else that day. And, you know, my boyfriend doesn't count because he already knows that without product on, I just look like a fresh corn husk doll, you know, no discernible facial features. But I find just like a smoky lip or a bold eye just really helps my existential dread pop. So it's really more for me. Or, you know, sometimes I might just do a full insane clown posse juggalo face. Whatever keeps me guessing, keep it light. Then I'll just go ahead and have a snack. This could be anything from scrambled eggs to just a modest tub of pizza. Kind of depends on the mood. Then I'll go ahead and start something. You're like, oh, an email, screenplay, maybe a sourdough batch. No, I usually mean like a fight with my boyfriend. Typically, one of our go-tos is it's not what you said, it's how you said it. Like, it's not that he asked me to wash the dishes, it's how he asked me. He didn't use words at all. He just made that sound of when you call a fax line by accident. It's like, come on, totally unnecessary tone. But the good thing about our fights is we never have to finish them. Like, there's never any resolution. I sort of think of them as the third season of Bosch. They're kind of ongoing and we pick them up as needed, but there's never a rush to get through it all. After that, I usually look out the window. This is something I used to do hopefully, but nowadays I'm more channeling like the head of a business who just learned that his partner's been cooking the books. But more importantly, he just learned what cooking the books means. So just talking different layers of unease. And then after that, I'll usually do my art. This used to be comedy, but nowadays just some light screaming into the toilet. I find that the porcelain curves kind of capture the vision best. And after that, I'll have another snack at this point in the day, usually just gnawing on some old cardboard or like a pudding cup of vodka. And then I'll go ahead and head online, you know, just read a few TikToks, watch a few headlines, get myself up to speed. And this can take anywhere from 3 hours to, I would say, 4 weeks generally. But I have been spending a lot of time online. I don't know if you guys have picked up on this vibe online, but I have sensed a little bit of negativity on there, you know, a little bit of panic and dread happening. And I am nothing if not a snowflake cuck, you know, that is in my brand bio. So I'm always looking for these safe spaces, and I have been doing that on the internet as well. One place I found, just an ancient burial ground on the web that continues to deliver in every sense of the word, Craigslist. Wow, still just a golden goose. And I'm specifically talking about the free stuff section. Here's just a few highlights I found over quarantine. Is live garden snails, lots of them. Park Slope in Brooklyn. Our backyard has tons of garden snails, and my wife can't stand them in the garden and doesn't have the heart to squish them all. Now, what I love about this is this couple is just straight up giving away parts of nature. Like, I don't want to presume their race just based off of one post, but, you know, judging by the level of entitlement here, I would suspect they are blazingly white. They go on to write, they actually make great pets for kids, low maintenance, and fun to watch. And here they're just fully exploiting parents who have been trapped with their kids for 6+ months and have just run out of everything and anything to do with them. And they're like, we know what will help. Come grab some of our wet shell snakes. That'll do the trick. This one also got me good. Bride and groom snow globe. Now, I don't think I have to over-explain why a couple in an intimate relationship trapped in a bubble, little on the nose for quarantine art. Understand why you might want to offload that one, but here's the catch. SI, Staten Island. You got to go to Staten Island to get this gem. That's going to be a no for me, hun. And then this one was just haunting. Barbie and doll. I don't have clothes for Barbie. My girls lost them. Now, a typical explanation here would be that this is a parent whose children had a bunch of Barbie dolls. They somehow lost all their clothes. And, you know, I want that story to be told. It might be a Pixar movie with a bit of a more mature rating, but I'm here for that. I'd buy a ticket. Then I thought about it a little longer and I was like, you know what? I don't think there are any children involved here at all. I think when this person says, I don't have clothes for Barbie, my girls lost them. My girls is what this person calls their Barbies. And I think that is what is actually happening here, because nothing screams 2020 to me like a fully grown person being like, please come pick up my new dolls, no questions asked. That lines up a little bit better with our current reality. And then one last internet pick-me-up I found. You know, our economy is in tatters, but capitalism's still holding on with its bony grip. And one way I know that, mask fashion has really taken off. I've seen a lot of ads with models wearing masks online. And, you know, I used to see an ad with a model and I would inevitably feel weird about my body in some way or self-conscious about something I didn't even know was an insecurity. But now it turns out if you're selling a product and your nose and mouth are covered, as Helen was saying, most important part of your face, it doesn't matter how hard you're smizing, your eyes are gonna look haunted and trapped. And that just feels like a little gift from the universe to me. And now I'm passing it on to you. And that's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for letting me be a part of the show. Thanks so much, guys.
Yay! Thank you so much, Aparna. Steven, where are you at? Oh, while we wait for Steven, I want to say thank you everyone for watching. Thank you to all our performers who killed it tonight. Thank you to, of course, Asian CineVision for hosting Comedy Night, and to all the festival volunteers and staff that made this festival possible and helped me with the Comedy Night. Also, thank you to our community partner, Lunar, for providing all the free alcohol. So go buy your yuzu hard seltzer while there's a discount through the end of the festival. And if you don't know, there's more festival all weekend. So go to the website, aiff.org, to see all the amazing films and discussions that are for the rest of the show. And if you notice, we had some trailers in between our stand-up comics that will be showing this weekend too. So thank you, everybody. Have a good night.
Oh.